Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Crystal Jordan. And here at Rolling Out, we like to honor and celebrate sisters with superpowers. And this young lady that I'm talking to today, that I'm excited to have the opportunity to chat with, Britni Ricard, she is definitely the definition of a sister with superpowers. We're going to have an amazing conversation about how you can often take your pain and turn it into purpose. So please help me welcome Britni Ricard.
Hi. Hey, Crystal, how are you?
I am good. You guys hear my dog is barking really hard. Give me 2 seconds to get my dog to hush. As soon as I start recording, I guess he wanted
Yeah, I know when you first got on, I didn't hear anything, and now it's like, oh, you at work?
Yeah. But I'm a pet lover, so that comes with the territory. But again, like I said, we like to honor sisters with superpowers here at Rolling Out. And when I, got the information and learned a little bit more, learned a little bit about you, I was like, wow, I want to talk to this lady and learn a little bit about how she has been able to, first of all, move between numerous types of entrepreneurship, right? I would definitely call you a serial entrepreneur. Um, definitely have been able to get a footing in numerous different areas from real estate and now into skincare and even into feminine care, and seems to win in all of those. So let's talk a little bit about your early years, Brittany. When did you know that you wanted to, kind of be your own boss and create things that would come from your hard work and as opposed to, being a part of someone else's dream?
So about 6 years ago, I was working at Harris Casino as a server, and myself, it's anybody knows the service industry is stressful, right? So I began getting a whole lot of just breakouts, that stress, those pimples, the breakouts, the acne, the hyperpigmentation, and things like that. And I realized, like, I tried multiple different products, and I'm like, none of this is working. Like, what's going on? So, what resonated with me is that my late brother, he passed away in 2012. He would always express to me the importance of having a regimen, the perfect skincare regimen, your cleanser, your toner, your serum, your cream. And I remember because his skin was flawless, and I used to walk past the bathroom and be like, how does skin get like that? We got the same genetics, huh, Ma? Like, but his skin was so perfect. And as an adult, I started suffering from my own skin issues. And I remember, you know why? Because you're not taking care of your skin. Skincare is not a one-stop thing. It's not a let me try this and that's it. You have to continue to maintain it. So that's what inspired me to actually start it, because I remember my brother telling me the importance of creating and having your own regimen and making sure the regimen is designated to you, because not everything is for everybody.
That's so true. I mentioned when we first came on, you are someone that, has taken something that was painful and turned it into purpose. And you mentioned your brother, that was when I was reading up about you, that was who inspired you. But unfortunately, this happened after you had lost your brother. Was this a way for you to feel close to his memory, or for you to connect with him or do something that you felt like would make him feel proud? Because it was something you both shared. Talk a little bit about how you decided to really run with this skincare line, based on what he told you years ago.
Yeah. So actually, again, like I said, it's his regimen. I think a lot of people confuse when I say, "Oh, it's a regimen my brother gave me." They think that he gave me some type of secret formula that was only in our family. So what inspired me for that, because my brother was also a musician here in New Orleans, Louisiana, which is where we're from.
Okay.
And he did what's called bounce music. For those of you who aren't too familiar with that, y'all know Big Frida. She has definitely took that genre of music and highlighted. So he was a musician here in New Orleans, and his musician stage name was Chef Off the Ave. So that's where COTA originated from.
Oh, okay.
Right. So just me wanted to make sure, because again, like I said, he was a musician. So it became my passion to really get his name in lights the way he wanted it. Have it on TV, have it in magazines, on billboards and things like that. So me being able to do that also was something that he taught me early on in life. It just became a mission. It became my drive.
Yeah. Now you mentioned him, and it's so beautiful, this packaging. I got to say, first of all, I am a person that, I like products, but I love when things look beautiful. Like
Yes.
when things are packaged beautifully, it just makes you feel like it's going to give you all the time that they put into the packaging. You feel like they put all that time into the ingredients. And so I got to tell you, we're looking here at the Kota skincare line. And if you guys can see that, if I can get that, it's just the packaging is beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm sure he would be very proud. Here is an eye mask. I mean, you have a full line. Let's talk about the full line because when you
Okay.
mentioned regimen, I opened this box and I was like, girl, this is a lot. How eye mask? We got toner. We got a face cleanser, face cream, brightening serum. So we've got a lot of different products. Let's talk about the products that make up this Kota skincare line that was inspired by your brother telling you that a regimen is really important.
Mm-hmm. So our 4-port regimen, which is our top tier, highly recommended, highly used regimen, and that's called our deluxe bundle. Okay. And that consists of our cleanser, our toner, our 24 karat gold serum, and also our moisturizer.
Okay.
These are the 4 essential products that you need to be able to have the perfect skincare regimen. Mm-hmm. And again, like I said, everything is not formulated for everyone. So what I'm saying is the importance of a regimen is creating that routine, mm-hmm. right? So creating that routine where you may have Kota cleanser, but you may have another company moisturizer, but you created your own regimen, your own routine that fits. Mm-hmm. So what I wanted to make sure that I did and my brand did was create that for you, so that way you can have those just pretty much the perfect regimen. Those 4 products in your skincare routine. Mm-hmm. After that, like that regimen itself took off.
Yeah.
It took off. I wanted to tap in when you were speaking about the packaging, because I believe even in my interviews or when I'm on stage, I feel like when I'm having conversations with people and it pertains to business, I want to make sure that I bring value. So in spaces like that, I want to tap into just like the marketing behind that, right? Mm-hmm. You are absolutely right. The girls love luxury.
Yes. It's very luxurious. I love the simple because it's simple. And specifically, can I just say this? We're on Rolling Out. We are the platform we are the urban voice. So I feel like I can be honest here with our audience. I feel like a lot of times when we do products, when we are, entrepreneurs of color, we have all these ideas and we don't pay attention to what sells, right? Simple is always best when it comes to marketing. Simple is best and memorable. And when I tell you, when I opened this box and I saw that simple logo, everything, the coloring, the rose gold, package is clean. And I just want to kudos to you from a marketing professional. I was like, she gets it, because you can have all these ideas, but at the end of the day, those brands that are timeless and that are on people's shelves for generations, simple packaging, very, very much luxury driven, but very simple and very classic.
Very, yes. And that is exactly, like everything that you just named is exactly was my driving point when it came down to me redesigning. Because when I first launched Kota, again, this is me first coming out. I'm not too familiar with packaging design and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I had this packaging, it was pink and white. Mm-hmm. And it had these flowers all over it. And for me, when I first started, it was beautiful. Yeah. And then I started really doing my research. And what people fail to realize, the web is a free World Wide Web. Mm-hmm. So that's the easiest, it's the easiest place for you to get that information, to find out what other brands are doing, what are the type of things that people are appealing to, mm-hmm. which ultimately led me to realize, okay, that metallic gives that luxury. Yeah. I'm realizing that. We don't have to oversaturate it. We don't have to mix it with 50 million colors or nothing like that. Just something simple. And that's how I am. I just recently had our house decorated with the interior designer. And the first thing I said was simple. Don't overclutter. Yeah. Keep it clean, the whole 9. And that was what I wanted my brand to represent. I wanted to represent clean, cut, luxe, and just luxurious. And that was like the driving point to my brand. And make sure that it's simple. Like, you trust me, I've seen some packaging.
Oh, right. I'm sure you have. And I understand. I think for a lot of us, people don't realize you go to a drugstore or wherever you get your products from, you go to the grocery store and you see products that have been around for years. Some of us are, a lot of those products that are geared towards African Americans are not owned by us, right? And so a lot of times we are not involved in that. So for many of us, this is the first go round. And so there is a learning curve, but like you said, research, and there's no reason to invent the wheel. You want to research what has worked, what has proven to be something that is long term. And again, I just want to show you guys, when you pick up this packaging, it's just beautiful, it's simple. And this is the eye mask. So I'm able to, and these are really popular right now because, those of us that are, you want to look refreshed, youthful. And the eye masks are one of those things that you can put on. And that way you have, just adds a little bit of, well, I'll let you explain what it does, but I know I love.
So our eye mask, so this is one of our fan favorites as well. Two of our hero products is the cleanser, the serum, and then the eye mask. So our eye mask, our collagen eye mask, I tell people all the time, even when it comes down to placing your eye mask on, that extra collagen gel, rub that in.
Yes.
I do the whole 9. Yes. It helps with inflammation. It helps with skin tightening. And also when we're restless, and when we're restless, you leave those on for about 30 minutes. And also it helps with my neighbor's waving. It also helps with bags under your eyes, and also helps remove dark circles. Yes. We all know we can get that hollow eye just as quick. We don't take, like, I feel like, especially within my community, African American women, we don't get enough rest. We got to be the hero. We got to be the mom. Some cases we got to be the dad. Now we're the entrepreneur. We're the breadwinner. We are not bag. And we don't get enough rest. And when it comes down to my brand, I want for when people use my product, for them to feel like it's an escape. I want them to feel like you're treating yourself. This is spa-like quality products, right? So that's what's driven behind it, because I need for us to understand that Black girl luxury, we deserve it.
Absolutely.
And we can have it at our fingertips, right on our counter.
Absolutely. Well, Kota is here now. In addition, I do want to ask you about one more product in that line, before the sheer purity, and that is the hydrating mask, because this is something else I'm really excited about. I'm just into treating the skin and making sure masks are something I grew up on. But back then we would do the mask, and when I was really, really young, my skin was super oily. And so it was, you put the mask on and it closes those pores up and it felt great. But these masks are actually hydrating. So talk about what the importance of the hydration for our skin now.
Listen, okay, so it is extremely important. Again, you're a beautiful woman. I see that you do have makeup on, as well do I. So what we have to understand is that when we put this makeup on, we have to make sure that we treat our skin after we take it off, right? And the best way for your makeup to be even be applied is to be applied on perfect skin. So it's important to make sure that your skin is hydrated. Make sure that you are opening your pores and relieving it. What happens with our regimen is that there's times where, for instance, people don't understand when you're going through a reverse stage, when you try a product and you start to break out. And the reality is, what the product is doing is that it's actually working backwards. It's soaking into your skin and causing the acne to surface on your face, because now it's pulling it from your pores. So it's going to surface on your face, but that's the first step of the product actually working. So I tell people all the time, you got to give a product 21 days for it to work. Don't just try it and say, oh, it broke me out and put it on. No, that was actually the first sign of it working. It's working in reverse. It goes deep into your skin, and of course your acne is going to start spreading and coming on your face and showing on your face and things like that. So you got to make sure that you remain consistent in that space. Hydration is key. We have 2 different bundles that caters to making sure that you hydrate your skin. Okay. Especially with especially with the weather, with us going out, a lot of people fail to realize, I've had this so many times, people think that we don't need sunscreen. That is absolutely not true. We can still get burned from the sun. Our skin is not, it's not magic. It's not protected. It's not to that nature, right? So our hyaluronic acid mask, what I love about that is that it has multiple different healing properties when it comes down to actually utilizing it. Aside from hydrating it, it also helps with skin. It helps with skin tightening, and also yes, because we need, I know they say black don't crack, but it
Hey,
do drop a little bit.
hey, it's just, sometimes it may not crack, it may just drop a little or not look as bright and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm with it.
Yes. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to add that. One of the things that I do when it comes down to my community and my consumers is I listen to my people. I listen to what it is that they're looking for. I listen to what it is that they're interested in. And that's how I have such a close knit community, right? I know right now in these days, a lot of businesses are suffering.
Yeah.
And I can be fully transparent that my sales have decreased too. But because I have such a tight community with my consumer base, because I listen to their issues, I am probably ranked top 5 of absolute great customer service. And that's because I come from giving someone else's company 15 years of excellent customer service.
There you go. That Brittney, because like it's there, I think you have to serve before you can lead.
Yes.
And
put
so
that on a shirt. You put that on a shirt.
We don't do it because really, like, it's hard to understand. And the beautiful thing about your experience, you were in customer service, so you understood what you did not want to see. Yes. You understood, how important it was. So let's talk about the skincare, and I love the fact that you brought up the sun because we're in the summer months, and I'm glad that you addressed the fact that we do need to wear sunscreen. We do need to take care of our skin in the sun. I think sometimes we just think that we are indestructible, and like
they started saying black don't crack, and we took it to the head, huh?
Took it to the head. I got a girlfriend who is in her early 50s, and when I tell you she looks like she is in her 20s. And I always ask her, like, what did you do? And she said, I have never gone out without sunscreen. That's it. And she's not a real, not one of those frilly, fressy girls that does a whole lot. But she said, I sunscreen all the time. When I tell you her skin is just plump and beautiful and lineless and firm, but she's always made that distinction. So now you have, in addition to COTA, which I want to make sure that all of our listeners are going to go out and purchase. Let people know where they can purchase COTA skincare.
So you can purchase COTA skincare online. We are direct to consumer. At www.COTA skincare.com.
You guys make sure you check that out because, like I said, the products, it looks beautiful, but I actually I've tried some of the products and also some of this other line that she has, and I can tell you that it feels good. My skin loves it, and I just, it looks good on my vanity. It's great. So, in addition to COTA, you also started Sheer Purity, and I was thinking about this. I'm like, Brittney has something for the inside and for the outside. This COTA skincare is for your skin, but Sheer Purity is feminine, is for our feminine care and our feminine health. And I think that's something that we've learned. We have a lot of doctors of the platform, from Dr. Jackie to Dr. Tasha, and so many different OBGYNs or just, feminine health professionals that we talk to when we ask about feminine health. And you have this entire line from Feminine Wash, which I love. I have been using that, and also the probiotics. But I want you to explain what was the motivation for this line and what all does it entail?
So if I'm being quite honest, I'm actually a co-partner on that company.
Okay.
My niece, who's 21 years old, came to me and she expressed her concerns with her peers and their lack of education in that space, right? And I'm going to be honest, as an adult woman, we really just started learning about, in my opinion, because back then we were dishing, and to learn what we learn now, it's like, why were we even using this in the first place?
Because we didn't know. We were taught, that's what you were taught to do.
Because we didn't know, right? So when my niece came to me and she said that, they have the whole, Gen Z. So she expressed to me that, her peers aren't familiar with this. They don't know. And I'm like, well, if I'm being honest, we're just now starting to learn about that ourselves. If I'm being realistic, because we were all using Summer's Eve and dushing and not knowing that we were killing off our bad bacteria, and that bad bacteria actually is good. It's healthy.
Good bacteria, right?
Exactly. So we're not knowing any of that. So when she came to me, she expressed her concerns, and she was actually the person that actually wanted to tap into that, because she had did all her research. And me, I'll be 100% transparent with you. I'm a businesswoman, right? What I do and what I know for sure is that I know how to get the correct resources to be able to produce, right? There's a lot of people who are faces of brands and of companies that doesn't naturally have an actual specialty in that lane, right? Some of them are mascots of companies that did just the face stuff, right? Or whatever. So when it comes down to sheer purity, I am simply the mascot of that brand. Yeah. My niece, on the other hand, that's where the intel comes in at. She literally, for me, we actually have a manufacturer in LA. I flew her there. And again, this is me taking the steps that I took, the necessary steps that I took when it came down to launching my company, right? So I just really act as a pillar to her to help aid her in that space, connecting her with the people that she needed to be connected to, making sure that she had the vital information, access to the vital information to actually be able to produce this product. My whole thing to her was actually for her to you know the problem, so let's find the solution. Right.
I will say you gave her great advice because again, the packaging is on point. You guys see that logo, just extremely simple, clean, beautiful packaging, you know, very informational, but to the point. Great job. And very necessary. And I love the fact that a younger woman is doing this because, you know, there are a lot of, you know, being a woman is complicated sometimes, you know. Yes. And I love the fact it all feels like a part of self-care. Because that is something taken care of, as our grandmother would say, your pocketbook or however your internal self is a big part of understanding how to value yourself and put yourself in a position to where there's a confidence that comes from within.
Yes. And trust me, one of the things that I can say in that space, because again, I wasn't as educated as most when it comes to that space, because of number one, it's not my expertise. Right. Number two, as a woman, there still have not been anything that has actually, one thing that has actually been said that this is for sure, that throwing off your pH balance. It's so many multiple things.
It's a lot of things that throw off.
The soap you use, the tights you wear, the underwear you wear, your sex partner, you close your legs a little too tight. It's
different for every woman. Every woman, you know, my pH balance may have, I know I have girlfriends that have issues with toilet paper. If they use scented toilet paper, and then, you know, other people do not. Some people have issues with certain type of underwear. Some people do not. So I think it's really about getting to know your body and talking to your OBGYN and then finding products that do work for you.
Do work.
Yeah, as well. Let me ask you this, because one of the things I like what you just said, you know, I understand business. And I also read that you had, you know, you're a real estate tycoon as well. What are, you know, as we look at our audiences, women that are, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, there are a lot of business women in this that make up our audience. What are the consistent threads that go from business to business and are not, you know, that just no matter what business you're in, whether you're doing feminine products or you're doing skincare or you're doing real estate, can you give us some continuing themes that are never fail, you know, when you're just talking about being in the world of business?
I would say marketing. When it comes down to, no matter what business you're in, you have to market yourself. Even with me being in real estate, I had to market to my tenants to get them to be able to want to move into my units, correct? I think, and again, with me starting, I'm also starting a suit line as well called Dry Set Official. That'll be launching soon. It's custom suit design. I'm definitely gonna have to get you in one, Christal. You're gonna love it.
Hey, you don't have to pull my arm. You don't have to pull my arm, Brittney. I'm on board because I love the fact that you understand marketing. And I mean, as a former public relations and marketing professional before I returned to journalism, I understand that is you need that almost is just as important as the product, if not more, because the way you share it with people and the way people find out, they're going to make an observation and they're going to have a perception of who you are and what the company is about just from the way you market, you know?
And that's true. And one of the things that that I know for me works with is my integrity within my business and my brand, because I'm never here anxious just to make a sale. I'm here to make a relationship. I'm here to make sure. I actually have a conversation with my niece. This is the person that I talk to about business a lot because of course she's stepping into that world. I tell her all the time, listen, it's easy to get them. It's harder to keep them. Getting a consumer is easy. So what you don't want to do is get them and give them trash product. What you don't want to do is get them and give them horrible customer service. What you don't want to do is lose that value customer. Me personally, I feel like the new form of currency is relationships, not money.
Nice.
Being able to build those relationships with your consumers to where you don't ever want it to, somebody could really like your product, but hate your attitude. Somebody could really love your product, but feel like the customer service suck. I'm not coming back. And you also have to understand that us as African-American entrepreneurs, our rate level started here.
Yeah.
It started going up when, they shipped on time. Oh, the product wasn't damaged. Oh, it made it here at the time they said it was. Versus other people is, I'm always shopping with y'all, but y'all not sending my product on time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So we already start here. We have to climb our way up. And in doing so, our consumer base, they're not taking it light on us.
Yeah.
Right? We're judged from the bottom, moving up to the top. And I expressed to her the importance of that because, again, like I said, you can have the best product on the world. If they do not want to do business with you, they will not do business with you.
That's true.
Outside of marketing, making sure that you take care of a valued customer more than anything.
I love that. Well, I appreciate these gems you've dropped on us, and definitely appreciate the skincare line. Definitely going to encourage our readership to try it out. We are doing an event in August titled "The Best of," and that is really a celebration of us in many different facets. And so I'm going to reach back out because we would definitely love to have you be a part of that.
Of course.
Year. So I'll definitely be in touch. Brittney, any last minute? I love the fact that you gave us some great tips on entrepreneurship. I would love for you to give women one because a lot of times, like I said, a lot of our readers are women. They are entrepreneurs. They are mothers like yourself and myself. And a lot of times juggling all of that can become overwhelming. We have this super woman, syndrome that we're often dealing with. What would be your advice to women watching that are, wanting to be a part of business and a mother and making sure that they're good with their girlfriends? How do you keep that all balanced? And what's your advice to us?
My advice would be make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of your mental health. There was a time in my life where I struggled with my mental health. Of course, I'm a new mom as well. And I started to suffer what's called postpartum anxiety, right? And I had to really sit back and realize, like, Brittney, you have to take care of yourself. Like, this isn't normal. This isn't healthy. You just sit down and you talk to someone. You need to seek the help that you need. Self-care is the best form of mental stability. Take care of yourself. Take some time for yourself. I don't care if you go to a spa or if you sit in your bed eating noodles. Take your time and make sure you take care of yourself. The world is going to spin whether you're in it or not.
Facts.
So let it go spin while you sit down and relax and take care of yourself. And that's one of the things that I had to learn myself. I'm not giving you this information because it sounds good or it's kind of cliche, but the reality is I had to put a pause.
Yeah.
I had to put a pause and say, you know what? Everything needs to just sit here while I sit here in my peace.
There you go.
The advice I have for y'all, don't let nothing take over your mental. Take your time. Take your time and take time to yourself and heal and just really be in your world, be in your space. Mental health is serious.
It is. It is. Well, we applaud you. Like I said, one of our sisters with superpowers. I think all of us have a superpower, and I applaud those of us that have learned to tap in it and to inspire others to be able to tap into theirs. Congratulations on being a new mom, and congratulations on being on practicing what you preach and mentoring your niece. And encouraging her to start her business at 21 with an entire product line. So kudos to her. We'll have to have her on as well. We look forward to having you back. If you all are interested in getting COTA skincare, make sure that you visit the website. It is www.cotaskincare.com. That is COTA skincare.com. Make sure that you do it. Make sure you leave a comment here underneath this article so that we can see what you guys want to hear more with Brittney. And hopefully, like I said, we'll have Brittney come back and do more with the brand.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christal. I really appreciate this. Listen, when they told me that we were going to be on an interview with y'all, I was like, what? Oh my God, I'm super duper excited. So I appreciate it. I thank you for giving back to us at this point, being able to utilize your platform and utilize your resources to bring and uplift women like me who's in the industry, who really just trying to get our voices out there, get our brands out there. So I definitely appreciate you for that, Queen.
No, absolutely. That's what this is all about. This is us, one queen, lifting up another one, and all of us can help each other out. So we definitely look forward to staying in touch, and we'll see you soon.
Okay. All right, Christal. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This was a great conversation. I hope someone out there took some of those gems that Brittney dropped off, especially about business, regardless if you're in skincare, if you're in clothing, if you have your own service-based business. Customer service is key to success. When a customer enjoys the experience, they will definitely want to come back and work with you again. I am actually going to be back soon. So you guys know I enjoy hanging out with you and celebrating our sisters with superpowers. This has been Christal Jordan right here on Rolling Out. Stay tuned. There's always more coming from Rolling Out. We'll see you soon.